What's up, everybody? This is Peter again for Sports Hot Rumors and Debates. How are you guys today? Guys, today I want to talk to you about something really fun. But you guys always comment and give me all these amazing ideas. Somebody yesterday told me I should compare quarterbacks in the NFC West, and I will do that this week for sure. So thank you for that. But what I do want to do, and kind of side by side of your idea, is I want to compare wide receivers of the NFC West, because that is going to be very interesting. Okay, and I'm going to tell you, a lot of you guys who know me, some people told me, you don't want to be biased toward the Cardinals. One person actually told me that, and let me explain something to whoever said that. I forgot who it was. I am the most brutally honest person that you're going to meet. And if my team sucks, or if I think my team is not good enough, I am going to be the first person to complain and say that. Because I'm not that, I cannot stand when announcers kind of sugarcoat it just because they're getting paid and stuff. I am not this person. I will be the first one to say, what the hell? That's the God honest truth. But it's not biased, it's just facts right now about the Arizona Cardinals. But let's go over kind of some duos here, right? Let's start with the San Francisco 49ers. They lost a few players, right? So now their main guy is going to be Deebo Samuel. And then who? Is it going to be AF maybe? That's going to be kind of their 1-2 punch. So honestly, San Francisco, they really didn't need to lean on like a heavy guy because they had so much talent last year. But they don't have a crazy duo right there that's going to actually just kind of shock everybody. Are they good? Yes, they're extremely good because they have an amazing duo with George Kittle, who honestly plays like a receiver. So to me, I could kind of say Kittle and more Deebo Samuel, because that is really just what the really two-headed monster would be. But again, if you're going wide receivers, they have good players, but it remains to be seen how AX is going to be and how guys are going to come back and play. So we'll see. But those are the top guys for the 49ers. Let's go to Seattle, because here's where Seattle is. They're good, right? And they got my boy Metcalf, who I love. And then, Baldwin's not there anymore, so they got Lockett, right? Is that duo enough to get them where they need to get them? I don't think so. I think Baldwin was a very important part a few years ago, and he brought an amazing presence to Seattle because he's been through it for a while. So a lot of pressure is going to be on Metcalf this year. And now then Lockett, he has to stay healthy, and he's not a big guy so it's a little bit different. But they're good. They just signed Carlos Hyde, and they're actually asking for Antonio Brown. Russell kind of mentioned him. Now, if they get Antonio Brown, that would suck for the Cardinals and everybody else in the division. That's the truth. I really don't want to see that. We want to keep Antonio Brown in the AFC. As much as people can hate on him or not, but on the field, you cannot deny how great he is. Next is the Rams. We know the Rams kind of lost a lot of players, right? So who's their two-headed monster? They have a really two-headed, kind of a good one, but they don't have like a big head number one, right? So they got Cooper Kupp and they got Robert Woods. Are they good? Yeah, they're very good. They are really two good receivers. But you know what I see out of those two? Two number twos. I don't know if I see a number one. I don't know if I see a guy who's going to change the way the thing is. Now, I'm not saying, because I love Cooper Kupp, right? He's really good. Woods is another solid ball player. But, they're still going to need somebody to step up and do well, be a number three. I don't know if Reynolds is going to step up this year, but they're good, right? They have a really good tight end. So I don't really think, once again, they need it. But it's good. When you have a two-headed monster like that, it changes. Then you get to Arizona, and then you get DeAndre Hopkins automatically makes them the number one duo, because you put DeAndre Hopkins with anybody, it's going to be great. But you put DeAndre Hopkins with probably first ballot Hall of Fame right away in Larry Fitzgerald, and Larry's still performing at a really high level, automatically makes them the best duo. However, it really, if you don't want to say Larry, you could say Christian Kirk. And if Christian Kirk, all he has to do is stay healthy, then it's kind of a three-headed monster, but you can go either one there. And if Kirk plays to the potential that he plays to, but everybody knows he could, how the hell would you beat the Arizona Cardinals duo right there? Just for the fact that when I say this, right, the only guy who reminds me of somebody who can take like a number one would be Metcalf, because he's a big guy. But DeAndre, he causes all the attention. Now, obviously, guys like Deebo Samuel, who's so tough, and everybody, yeah, it's going to be tough to guard these guys. But to be a number one doesn't mean to just get stats. It means to kind of just draw the defense, draw their best guy, to do different things where everything knows is like, oh shit, that's DeAndre Hopkins right there. So now everybody who's number 3 looks amazing, right? So that's why I say the Arizona Cardinals pretty much to me have the best one. Now San Fran's up there, but Seattle to me, if you're going in terms of big guy like Metcalf and everything, has a shot to be close, but I just see how could you mess with DeAndre Hopkins, who's definitely going to be a Hall of Famer, and Larry Fitzgerald, those two pairing up, or Christian Kirk, who is a hell of a ball player, with DeAndre Hopkins. To me, that is the duo that stands out is the most. But they're all good, right? It just goes to show you the talent that's in the NFC. Now, Kittle makes the 49ers a lot more dangerous because anytime you have an amazing tight end like George Kittle, what are you going to do? You're screwed because the guy's yards after catch is great. So Jimmy G doesn't need to be that great. You know, Shanahan kind of caters to his offense, right? He makes 7 yards to 10 yards. Jimmy doesn't have to be amazing. He don't have to run for his life, you know? A little bit different with Russell and Kyler. So you always wonder, if you have a great coach and kind of a great offensive line to block, how great some of these quarterbacks can be. Jimmy got the setup, but I think Arizona now just gets the edge over the teams. It's such a close race, right? I mean, it's such a close race, but Arizona they were last, right? They were last year in being in the duel. You wouldn't think of them at all. It's so funny how DeAndre Hopkins changes that. Now all of a sudden, when a guy like Larry, who's obviously can't be a number 1 anymore, and then Kirk, who just couldn't go into the number 2 role, all of a sudden you say, wow, this could be great. Just like in baseball, if you get an ace, it's unbelievable, right? If you get Randy Johnson back in the day and just put him on a team, and then a guy goes to the number 2 spot who was at the number 1, the pressure's off of him. And now you're just like, oh, remember, I don't know if you guys know, especially Arizona fans will know, like if you had Kurt Schilling when he went to the Diamondbacks won the World Series right after he went to the All-Star break in 2000. They won in 2001 the championship. But Schilling took the pressure off of Randy. Randy took the pressure off of him. So any sport, you can say it's important to have that second guy to be, if a number 1 guy on a team is really good, but he's not kind of a number 1, kind of gets back into his role as a number 2, and a legit number 1 like DeAndre Hopkins comes along, forget it. Could you imagine DeAndre Hopkins with Aaron Rodgers? Imagine DeAndre Hopkins with Russell Wilson now, and then Metcalf on the other side. I mean, let alone then you wouldn't even think about who's doing the thing, right? It goes to show you how one player can change the dynamic of a team. And I honestly think the Cardinals get that little edge. But again, you have to play. You don't play on paper. The only reason I say the Cardinals because DeAndre's been a veteran already, and Larry, just don't have to worry about the most amazing receiver to me I've ever seen besides Jerry Rice. I'll talk to you guys soon. Take care.